What it do? Dream Team, it's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with 10 things Americans hate about Australia. I don't think I could hate anything about the great and amazing Australia, except for maybe Vegemite. Actually, yeah, Vegemite's at the top of the list. It's probably over spiders and any snakes that I would encounter. I know they say you don't really run into them, and even if you do, they're not dangerous. You don't really have to worry about them. But if I saw one of them huntsmen, like big hunt, I'd be scared to death. I'd honestly be scared to death. But it can't be worse than Vegemite. Before we jump in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested.
What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I'm going to be going over 10 things that Americans, or at least this American, hates about Australia. You know, hate's a little bit of a strong word, but I would say these are things that I dislike, frustrate, or annoy me about Australia. Number one is the sun. So, yes, even though the same sun they see in Australia is the same sun you see in America, the sun here is different. There is actually a hole in the ozone layer of the atmosphere above Australia, so the sun here is much more strong and it burns you way more quickly than it will anywhere in the States. I don't burn easily. If I go into the sun here for 30 minutes to an hour, like, I'm gonna be pink. It's something I can't really explain, but the sun here just feels so much different. Like, you know, if you go outside on a nice, beautiful, like 70-degree day, you walk out into the sun and it just feels warm. It just feels like so great. You don't get that same feeling of warmth here in Australia. Like, you get it, but it's accompanied with the stink. So the extra strong stinging sun is the first thing that I do not like about Australia. Now the next thing is more...
He said you get the warmth, but it's just accompanied with the sting.
Just a minor inconvenience, but that is you cannot pay for gas at the pump. You actually have to walk inside the gas station to pay for gas. This is annoying for two reasons. One, I don't want to go all the way into the gas station to pay, like it just takes extra time. And two, there's often a line of other people who are paying for the gas or just buying stuff from the gas station. So you have to wait in line to pay for your gas. I don't understand why you just can't pay at the pump like you do in America. I have heard that there are a couple gas stations in Australia where you can do that, but it's like, I don't know. I've never seen it since I've been here. And if they do have them, then they're just really rare. Oh, it's also cheaper. For some reason, gas is like a lot more expensive here. Now my next one, this really...
Yeah, I feel like paying at the pump would be just, it's more convenient than having to go into the store. That's a fact.
Oh, it's also cheaper. For some reason, gas is like a lot more expensive here. Now my next one, this really frustrates me sometimes, and that is you cannot turn on red here. You can turn right on at a stoplight. Well, they drive on the left side of the road here, so it'd be like turning left here. Well, you're not allowed to do that. Nothing is more frustrating than being stuck at a red light, knowing that you are perfectly safe to turn left. There are no cars, but you're not able to do it. Number 4 is something that doesn't bother me one bit because I don't drink sodas, but it would really piss a lot of Americans off, and that is that there are no free refills. As a bartender, so at the restaurant I worked at, a soft drink would cost $4.50, which is equal to about $3 US. On top of that, like once you put ice in it, it was so small, like it was probably less than half a can of soda that actually went in it. And there were kids who get like 2 or 3 soft drinks over their meal, and just right there, that would cost the same amount as their meal. So all you Americans out there who like your refills, be thankful that you're in America, because there's pretty much nowhere else in the world that does free refills like we do. All right, now this one.
Yeah, that wouldn't frustrate me because I'm off the soda. I prefer just give me a glass of water, ice water, anyway. But yeah, that I can see a lot of Americans, and it's like they need to be off the soda too. A lot of Americans need to be off the soda because they don't know how to take it in moderation. But there'd be a ton of Americans ticked off about that.
That you're in America, because there's pretty much nowhere else in the world that does free refills like we do. All right, now this one really gets me. This is, of all the things I dislike about Australia, this one, like, I really hate. Like, this is a true hate about Australia. And that is that they have speed cameras everywhere. Like, you cannot speed here in Australia. Now, you can argue, you know, that, like, speed cameras keep people safe. Like, you know, you shouldn't be speeding anyways. But I guarantee you, if you drive, there's not a single person out there who has never sped in their life. And the speeding cameras here aren't like police in the U.S. where, like, they're not going to get you for going 4 miles over the speed limit. Like, you know, once you're getting close to 10, that's when you get a ticket. Here, if you're going 3 kilometers over the speed limit, which is equal to about 2 miles per hour, you're gonna get a ticket. And I just don't think that's reasonable. To me, it seems like a little bit of an overstep from the government to just be like mailing tickets because they like got you on camera. Like, I don't know. I don't like the feeling of being like surveyed everywhere and having cameras all around. And that's just like one thing that I don't really agree with here. especially with those speed limits here already being low. That's like another annoying thing is the speed limits here are lower than they are in the States. So if you're gonna have slow speed limits and then you're gonna get people on cameras for going 2 miles per hour over, like, I don't know. To me, that just seems a little too strict. So the next...
Yeah, I think for me, with my disease, and it's not something that I've developed over time, it's something that I was born with. But I just have my lead foot, guys. It's heavy on the gas. It's heavy. I can't control it most of the time. I would speed cameras would be my enemy. They would be the vein in my existence. Because what I can look out for, my eyes are sharp. I can look out for cops. I can see. And now Google Maps and all these different apps will let you know where the cops at. No, before you even get to that spot, so you know when to slow down. I can see all this too. Know what I'm saying? So great vision. But speed cameras, I couldn't speed at all, and I be needing to go places in a rush. Now, I completely agree. 100% safer. You shouldn't be speeding. I don't recommend speeding. I'm just saying, like, I have lead foot. And that would be frustrating to me because I hate going slow. Going
2 miles per hour over, like, I don't know. To me, that just seems a little too strict. So the next thing I don't like about Australia is the Wi-Fi here as a whole is just kind of shitty. Like, it's not complete crap, but it's definitely much worse on average than it is in the US. If you go to a typical free Wi-Fi, like cafe, restaurant, I don't know, any typical free Wi-Fi, it's gonna be lower quality than what you'd find in the US. But even if you are paying for your own internet and you're paying for the fastest Wi-Fi that you can get, you're still gonna have really slow upload speeds. You have to pay extra on top of like whatever you get to have a fast upload speed. As someone who uploads YouTube videos, it usually takes for like a 10-minute YouTube video around like 20 to 30 minutes for it to upload. That's on like my fast internet. Here, if I'm trying to upload about a 10-minute YouTube video, it's gonna take probably between 5.5 to 7 hours to upload. I don't know why they're uploading
10 to 20 minutes. No, mine doesn't take 10 to 20 for a 10-minute video. Mine don't take 10 to 20 minutes. Mine's 10-minute video is probably like 5 minutes. 5 to 10, I'd say. At most 5 to 10, but not 10 to 20. 20, not even 20 for, I feel like a 40-minute reaction video that I upload. Does it take 20? It might take 20. About 15 to 20, I'd say. But 5 hours? God dang.
So slow, and I don't know why. My God. But it gets really frustrating. Like, literally, if I just want to attach like a picture to an email, it's going to take like 20 to 30 seconds for it to load to the email. Where like in the US, like it's going to happen within like less than 5. And ironically, Australians are like, kind of proud of the fact that they invented the internet, is what they say. Like an Australian guy invented the internet. So I don't know why, if you invented the internet, your internet is still so bad. Next one isn't too big of a deal, but it does get a little annoying. And that is, you pretty much always have to pay extra for like any condiment sauces you want. And it's usually like quite expensive for some sauce. Like you're gonna be paying between like 50 cents and $2 for a little bit of sauce. So yeah, for something that's usually free and included in your meal, that definitely frustrates me about Australia. Now this one is another one that really frustrates me because this is another thing that I think is just like a kind of like an overstep of the government, and that is that they mandate like it is illegal to ride a bike here without wearing a helmet. Obviously it's smart to wear a helmet, no one's doubting that, but I think I should be able to choose whether I wear a helmet or not. Like, I'm an adult, I think most adults should be able to make decisions like that. Additionally, this helmet rule doesn't apply for like skateboarding, like scootering, longboarding, like
really?
Like that. It only applies to bikes. Skateboards are so much more deadly and so much more dangerous than a bike, but you don't need a helmet for them. Like I know more people than I can count on one hand that have gone into a coma or have died from skateboarding, from hitting their head. If you include concussions, I know more people than I could count on two hands that have gotten either a concussion, coma, or died from a skateboard. But a bike, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna mandate it for bikes, then you'd have to mandate it for like scooters and skateboards and stuff like that. Like, and I'm not against the mandate for helmets on bikes. Like that's a smart thing. Keep people safe. I feel like it's a good thing. You should wear a helmet when you're on a bike. But I feel like you should also mandate that for skateboards and stuff.
Anyone, like, if you're mountain biking and going on hard trails, you're most likely smart enough to put on a helmet and like you can think for yourself. Or if you're just gonna go for a stroll around your neighborhood, you're probably not gonna put a helmet on, but that's your choice to make. So I don't know, I get a little frustrated by that, but that is just another thing as an American I hate about Australia. I really need to stop using the word hate so much. I don't hate Australia for these things. Like, I freaking love Australia. Like, why do you think I'm here? These are just some ways that I think Australia can improve. How about that? That's a better way to say it. All right, anyways, next one. Tobacco and cigarettes here are so highly taxed, like insanely taxed. It's gonna be like, depending on where you're at, what you're getting, it's gonna be like 2 to 3 times more to get tobacco and cigarettes here than it is back in the US.
Oh,
I don't smoke cigarettes, but if you do, a pack of cigarettes here costs between 20 and 35 US dollars. Like, just to give you an idea for how expensive it is.
God.
This last one. So I was struggling. I only had like 8 things that I hated or disliked about Australia, and I reached out to some Australian friends and I asked them one question. I said, what's something you hate about Australia? And they both responded to me with the exact same thing, and that is the damn flies here. The flies, the bugs, whatever you want to call them, like, they are so pesky and annoying here. Like, the bugs in general just kind of like, you know, get in your face, they're annoying, but the flies are aggressive. Like, they are I can't even explain them. Like, they just attack you. When you try to hit them off your face, like, they just come back, they buzz right around here, and you cannot get rid of them. Like, ugh. I wish I could explain the flies here, but they are just a different animal than flies in America. They will not leave you alone. They run into you, they hit you, like, they bite you. I forgot that. Yeah, they can. Some of the flies here, there's different types of flies. Some of them can bite you and leave you like itching like a mosquito does. Obviously, I've shared the bad about Australia in this video, but Australia is a great, wonderful place. I think in many ways it is much better than America. And if you want to hear my reasons for why I think Australia is actually better than America, then check out that video right over there. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace.
Alright, that was a good video. That was definitely a good video. I appreciated that. I would say Vegemite would be number 11, but that's just me. That's all we got, though. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so you can suggest it. It's your boy D-Neil. Out.